Hi, Captain Al Lorenzetti here for SkimmerOutdoors.com, Trophy Fishing Tackle, Bergen Bay Docks, and Patty Ann Charters bringing you the weekend update and fishing report. This for the weekend of June 23rd, 4th, and 5th. On the weather front, it looks a little strange. I mean, we've had a tough week here. It's blowing east continuously, and it just seems to never stop. So Friday looks like it might be doable, maybe a little sprinkle. Saturday looks like a real tough day. And then Sunday is looking promising. The wind's kind of come around out of the south. So, you know, it is what it is. Just check the reports before you go out. And it looks like you get a day or two in this weekend. On the fishing front, things have really picked up with the fluke fishing. I had a great day. Customer was out, and he was thrilled. He had a 10.5 pound fluke. We had another one around 5 pounds, and 3 or 4 others that were real good keepers, 19.5 to 22. So it definitely has improved. I had a feeling about that because I fished on my own a couple of days before, and I was catching fish down near the inlet. And obviously that was a body of fish moving into the inlet, and they've moved into the back bay areas now. So that's greatly improved. A lot of big bluefish around, bycatch while you're fluke fishing. The bass scene kind of got quiet because it's tough to get through the bluefish, and a lot of bluefish up on top water, on plugs. And another thing, these large sand sharks have moved in, eating fluke baits. And I mean, they're big, 15, 20 pounds. I mean, when you hook one of them, it's going to put your fluke tackle to the test. And I've caught several over the last couple of days of fishing. So fishing is definitely improved. And one good thing about the east wind, it makes it tough to fish, you know, around Fire Island, because you're either going to have wind and tide together and you'll be drifting too fast, or wind against tide and you're not drifting at all. So when the wind's going to go around to south like it will over this weekend, it'll be much better conditions. But the east wind pushes clean water from the ocean, from the east part of the ocean down and in to Fire Island Inlet, and it really cleans up the water, and that improves the fishing greatly. So I look for good things coming up this next week. Down here at Trophy again, a few things I wanted to show you. These are items that I use all the time, and you don't find them everywhere. Banana drills. When I'm fishing live bait, I always use a banana drill. When you tie your line, this scoots along the bottom and tends not to get hung up. Or if you have a straight drill and your line is tied to it, it's scuffing in the sand and you end up breaking off. So banana drill, 2 and 3 ounces to have them down here at Trophy Tackle. Another great thing that this week, they have this plug, this Yozuri. It's a floater, popping style, heavy duty hooks suitable for tuna, big striped bass. Normally $28 lure, $12. They're blowing them out or clean out. So you want to get some a good popping lure for tuna fish or big bass, get down here this week. They got about, I think, maybe a dozen to 15 left at 12 bucks. That's a steal. You can't buy any plug for $12. Something I have that, I mean, is a must on the boat is a set of long-handled needle nose pliers. And I use a boga grip. When you get those big bluefish, I mean, they're nasty. You don't want to go near their mouth. So what I do is I grab up the boga grip, keep the head under control, and I get in there with the long needle nose pliers and remove the hook so I don't have to have my hands near those teeth. And even with a bass or any other fish that gets a hook down deep, these are essential to get that hook out, especially if you're going to release that fish and try not to do it harm. And then another cool thing they have, they're magnetic, held together. These are knot pullers. When you tie knots, especially in heavy offshore equipment, and you tie knots, you wrap, all right, the main line and the tag end, and you pull with these to test the strength and to set the knot without wrecking your hands. And they're kind of neat. They're rubber coated, magnetic, so they stick together, and stow them away. But it's a really good item to have, especially if you're into tying your own rigs and things like that. So let's see, I guess that's about it. Like I said, next week we do have some nice weather coming our way, so fishing is excellent. Get out there, catch them up, have fun, and be safe.